got locked in.
So good, so good. This Hilda on Yumski, I hope it's on Yumski, could also go into the hands of Momo in the XP lane. Regardless, it's going to give Kairi here such a hard time.
It is going to give Kairi a bit of a hard time. We'll see. This is ONIC that we are talking about, and the first phase is done for TODAK. Let's see the response coming in from ONIC. Hey, speaking of which, I think ONIC Esports, especially from ONIC ID in particular, really just almost very close to a perfect blend of Indonesian and Filipino star power, all in one, which is kind of nuts.
Yep, and in the star power, oddly enough, just comes from two main dudes, right? Coach Yem and Kairi, and that's enough.
Hey, let's not. I'm not taking credit away from Keyboy, man. He's got a place in my heart too.
Oh, I like the ban. Like, I like the fact that the Hayabusa was banned out because before all this, I was like, you know, Rival had an amazing performance on the previous game, and it happened to be the Hayabusa, who, again, could have also gone in the hands of Kairi, but again, you leave that Fanny open, that's the pick, right? That's the pick he's going to go with. And as you guys mentioned, it is the perfect blend. And that's why, again, you've seen this ONIC Esports team really thrive with those additions, right? And that's something that nobody that is either a fan or maybe they're not a fan, but they can't deny that fact.
Yeah, it just becomes inevitable. You can deny it, you can think there's factors, but no, the results are there.
Yeah,
the results are definitely there. And now TODAK look to try and take away more support. Wait, Formez is just chilling in the crowd.
That's Formez.
That's Formez just chilling in the crowd casually. Well, this is still the group stages, so expect to see him a little later on. But Akai also getting banned out. Whoa, this is a really good call coming in from ONIC.
They're going deep. They're covering their bases. Junglers of all sorts. They're taking away the possible best choice. A utility jungler, they got Akai. An assassin that could spread out the Beatrix and the Fanny, they got the Hayabusa.
Maybe they want to, I don't know if this is going to happen, but maybe they want to play against that Fanny Ling in the jungle. That could happen because again, your options are like you said, they're covering the bases, right? You have the assassins, you have those tanky junglers. There's the Cho being taken out here. So again, what is that option for Rival in the jungle?
It's already very narrow as it is.
Yeah,
I think he still has a couple of options to really work with, but it needs to work. Coincidentally, it needs to work well with Momo in the EXP lane, right? Because they could take the angle of, hey, let's jump into the backline. We're specifically targeting this Beatrix, or maybe looking to have a hero that can force out farmers to use that call altar as soon as possible.
Possibly thinking of a
song.
That's an XP laner, yeah. So we're looking at Momo more than Rival. It's going. The solution can come from either.
Exactly. And let's not forget the classic TODAK. They might even just whip out a Lunox into the jungle for fun. You know, you never know.
It's not impossible that the carry could also go into the jungle.
Yep.
If you're looking at already Kairi hunting down the carry, it doesn't mind. I wouldn't mind it being a mirror match here, like just legit having them both farm up. But ooh, I can't believe that the Kadira was snubbed. I'm not sure if it was banned in the next couple of matches, but we saw it game one, Blacklist in the hands of Haji, and then just again today to close up the night.
Yeah, I think this is a really good pick, especially when it's up against someone like
good.
Yves, and not to mention that when you are looking for that one-shot potential against these marksmen, no problem. If I'm not looking for Yves, I'm just going to make sure Chico doesn't get to play the game.
Are we looking at is this a... Where is the Faramis going in this case? Is it Keyboy? Is it a Roam Faramis? A Faramis?
Yup. We just had a moment there. I'm sorry. Our eye contact is just through the roof right now. Yeah, it could be a mid.
Either way.
Either way, it's still possible.
Could be, correct, yeah.
All right, now, I will mention that there is a possibility that both of them might take Roam Boots, both looking for those, I don't know, it could be a dire hit for all I know, coming in from Kadita, and we're expecting, Faramis to be the one. We won't know just yet until we get into the game and look at that emblems. Now, Ling, and as well as Masha, very, very interesting. Masha, just the worst for marksmen, but Fredrin to be the shield of ONIC.
Oh, this is, I wasn't expecting a Masha to pop up here already in day one, but
I agree.
Again, we were talking about spiciness, right? You can consider this a little bit of spiciness, right, for this last game of the day here. But like I expected too, it's going to be that Ling Fanny matchup here. Both teams have to be able to secure that early jungle pacing, and I gotta say, for Kairi, it's going to be difficult because you got a Hilda across from you.
Yes.
And we know how much havoc a Hilda can cause.
Not just, as well as the Masha.
Yes.
But just the same, TODAK's lineup here, that's way too much scaling. You're expecting too much from the map in terms of XP and gold. You're looking at a carry, an Eve, a Ling, and a Masha. how are they going to make that work?
Look, I think they have some kind of orthodox way to get through certain phases of the game that are really awkward for TODAK, but very clearly in ONIC's favor. So we're just going to have to keep our eyes sharp here. Don't miss a moment of this matchup as we jump into the land of Dawn. Our very final game of day number 1 comes down between TODAK versus ONIC Esports.
All right, can confirm now that the Faramis is going into the hands of Sans, and it is a roaming Kadira. Watch out, look, Momo!
Oh, already.
So soon.
Yeah, so very
That's the plan, that's the game plan.
That's exactly what you were calling. Kairi, though, first blood drawn by Yumski. And as we were saying, these two heroes alone are going to cause havoc for Kairi.
What?
What ult?
I mean,
What ult? Level 1.
this is, they cheesed them. They sent Momo in as well. They let go of Momo's very first wave to pull this off. That's crazy. That's just nuts. What? How?
How? It's all about the collapse. Again, Kairi is rocking the high and dry. He's expecting that there would be... I think that's what I was expecting as well. They're looking for some scale-in, looking for at least to build up some EXP and some gold to make this matter. But instead, they went the complete opposite. It's a total langar. Just bumped straight into the jungle.
That's the idea. And even ONIC, they are a little bit more aware of what Yumski is trying to do, but Kairi is losing levels of time.
Yeah, Yumski gonna be careful here if he can, but Kairi able to take the revenge, gets the kill. But Rival now should be able to just secure himself a purple buff.
Oh my goodness, this is the plan all along. Attack the jungle, take away the early game prowess with just simple tactics. Really nicely done by TODAK all the way through.
And I think this is how it's gonna work for TODAK. Their game plan is to disrupt the jungle, force ONIC to send 2 or 3 members from either their lanes or force mid to go into that jungle to protect Kairi, and then eventually they will find equilibrium. Hell, even break even, make more money. Look, they're 300 gold lead, 2 minutes in.
I mean, I hate the fact that they were able to pull this off because Momo, he comes back into lane and look at it. He's level 3, 2 Boots who just hit level 4. Very slight difference, but he's going to hit level 4 eventually. Like, Momo just needs 2 minions.
But I think this still works out, right? All of that in the last 2 minutes just makes a breeze for the first turtle here. So that's already huge, at least in terms of economy. But here in the mid lane, Yumski going to be the focus again. Oh, can he get away? 1 hit, he's going to bob and weave and survived.
The moves and grooves.
Moves and grooves.
As you put it so eloquently, could have been, but that's what you get with a Hilda. That's why there's a room for her in the meta at all times, especially when assassins like Ling and Fanny are a thing.
It's got to be so frustrating because ONIC invested a lot of time and a lot of movement on the map. 5 people made contact with Yumski before he got out of there, popping that sprint at the same time. So at the very least, ONIC now setting up that front line, making sure, you know, TODAK doesn't get too far away with this.
And he's not stopping. Look, he's there again. He brought Rival there.
Oh, ONIC Esports, though, trying to do their best to work around it. It's Chiku, guys, that falls here. Now they're going to get out of dodge the best they can. Yumski going to be the focus. They're still looking to pursue as Boots goes in, gets the taunt, but Moon gonna have to flicker out. It's Yumski gonna be the focus again. Kairi grabbing another kill.
There we go. ONIC seeing exactly what they need to do. Saw Yumski and we're like, okay, there might be more this time. TODAK might escalate things. And as soon as Chiku guys came into vision, instant pounce.
Yeah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, not gonna happen. So ONIC understands that they have to make the most of these rotations. If they're gonna answer, something's gotta give. They have to commit something and gain something. Rival!
What? Oh, he got really, really close to actually getting that kill, but Yumski gonna, you know, face check it first. I'm very curious as to see how TODAK is actually going to transition into the mid game specifically, because that's when you expect to see ONIC really getting out of the laning phase and working as a unit.
I think that's a good point, but at the same time, ONIC Esports at this point, it took them what, 2-3 minutes to figure it out. That real adjustment already, and now I feel like now that this next turtle is up, they do have a choice. Do we just give it away? But look at the positioning already from ONIC Esports. Yumski though gonna spot out CW, but Sans and Boots not too far, but they're too late. Rival able to secure another turtle here for TODAK.
Oh, I mean, right now Kairi is getting harassed out of his mind. Even running down towards the turtle, you can see Momo chasing him.
Yeah. But as it is, TODAK is happy that this is how the early game has gone, despite having, conceded a few kills. And if they get CW,
the flicker in! Tempest Blade's gonna come out. He survives though with that Cult Altar, but now Sand's gonna be the focus. He takes all the damage. Moon grabbing the kill here under the tier 1, tier 2.
That's what you buy with a hero like Moon, with heroes like Hilda and Masha on Momo and Moon's on Yumski. Again, Moon is, I keep mentioning Moon, he really hasn't left mid.
Yeah, he really hasn't left mid. He's really accumulating the farm, and the rest of the team, including the side lanes, are pulling pressure, strangely enough.
So that's how they scale up. You scramble the opponent so they can answer. Oh, no. Ooh. Close one.
I was holding my breath.
Yeah,
so,
same.
So they can't answer on a conventional way, and then you just farm up. Look, it grew up to about 1,000 and change.
Yeah, the bleeding has not stopped just yet,
Yeah.
but this is a comfortable position for ONIC, right? They still can actually get to the later stages and look for that big fight in the mid game. However, keep your eyes, especially from TODAK, the 2-1s who are carrying Moon, and as well as, Chiku, guys. Rival's not going to die. Okay, he gets out of there. All right. Weapon swipe up my forehead real quick.
I think it's still working out though, because Kyrie's behind in levels, right?
Yep.
He's level 7, Rival's level 9, and so objectively, you're gonna have that advantage already in the jungler. So if they can continue that on, this might be a clean take for TODAK in terms of turtles, as the next one's gonna be up in about 10 seconds here. But you can see them both fighting for space and position around that turtle pit.
I was about to say, one key advantage that at least ONIC has is TW is ahead. TW is getting a lot of items, building up, but wait, no, underneath mid.
Kyrie once again pushed out of the jungle here. So just like that, it is going to be a clean sweep of turtles. Momo, though, Sand's able to pick up a kill with that Stampede. And there could be a small win here, but Yumski going to fall as well. Kyrie able to get the killing spree, another kill for him in the jungle.
Yeah, but they do translate into a turret down bottom, so eventually the farm will still keep rolling. I was saying, CW farming a little better than Chico Guys, but we can't count out Chico Guys. Chico Guys just has that weird killer instinct, can come on any time, in any way. He can be 0, 6, and 2 and still carry from there.
And especially when you're on a hero like Harry, that's definitely something you have to be very wary of, even if you're as tanky as Boots. Kyrie's still getting harassed as always, but it's tough with the composition that TODAK has. Momo is not going to let him have fun, and neither is Yumski.
Man, and just like that, I mean, there's turrets going down here. Finally, the second one in the game, both having won. So they're going to be working around with that space here, but still focus on the mid lane. Both these teams have the tools they need to win these small skirmishes leading up to that first Lord of the game.
Looking at the items so far, it's looking pretty good for the side of TODAK, but even then, ONIC, as soon as they're getting their second as well as their third items, we'll see the table start to shift in their favor if TODAK loses that lead.
Oh, look at this massive farm on both Rival and the Chico Guys. CW though, I was wrong. TW's not farming as well as much. This is the first time we're seeing the item builds, and he just has Blade of Despair. That's trouble.
Well, to be fair, he did get dove twice, one having to break his flicker, the second to death.
So forcing him home. So yes, he's saving himself, not many deaths, but he's not staying in lane as long as much as he should.
Yeah, the economy's not looking good.
Oh, CW gonna have to flicker out to survive that. So still, total control here from TODAK on ONIC Esports purple buff, and just making it hell here for Kyrie to even get any buff. And the poking back and forth. Now it looks like TODAK's gonna go ahead and focus on the mid lane. The flicker comes in. Boots, though, working on Chico Guys. Can't get him as he falls here in the tier 1. Sand's gonna flicker out too. Turret falls down, though. Kyrie trying to unleash, able to pick up a kill, make it a double as Momo falls as well.
Already, the tables are slowly starting to turn. The gears for ONIC Esports, making it so much more of a problem for TODAK. Boots, the shield of ONIC right now, must keep TODAK in check.
So here's what's going to happen. If ONIC continues on this path, there is a window wherein they are ahead. There is a window wherein they will say where the fights happen and how they happen. But eventually, TODAK is going to have Yumski and Momo just diving up front, possibly Momo having his third Guardian helmet, and then he can just one-hit CW. Hell, maybe even one-hit Kyrie. It's that scary when we get into the late game. So I'm guessing there's a time frame of maybe about 4 or 5 more minutes before that can happen.
I think that's good timing as well.
And you gotta point out the fact too, Rival has just had a chill game. This is the most comfortable probably game you can have on this link, right? You're 0-0-0, almost 10 minutes in the game. You're gonna be able to work on these objectives the way you want. Meanwhile, it's the polar opposite for Kairi.
5-1-1, but he's 3 levels down.
Yeah. But it's a good recovery though, given the early game, what happened in the first 2 minutes, but we can counter blessings as much as we want, but it's all about this purple. Who's gonna get it? Rival can Rival secure. They just got Lord!
Yeah, I mean, again, Kairi has done a good job working back from this, but still, objectively, it's TODAK with that advantage. Like you guys mentioned, you have Momo and Yumski going to any... Actually, they can even split up each other if they want to, focusing on the back line, protecting the front, causing havoc here. And that's what we're seeing. It's tough for ONIC Esports.
No, that's exactly it. TODAK right now are doing their... Well, I wouldn't even say it's a split push, but they are doing cross-map plays while Yumski or even Momo is distracting them by purple buff, knowing how important it is for Kairi specifically to get it. They know a contestation point, a choke point against ONIC.
Yeah, the reason why the split is so easy for TODAK is because Yumski and Momo can just do whatever they want. Yeah. They can face off against 3 or 4 members and still get out alive. So that's why all the rest of the members of TODAK are still farming elsewhere. They're pushing hard.
They're gonna get that taunt off, but still it's only a turn that goes down. Kairi from the backside though, can't get a kill. It was almost there, but he's gonna fall here. Boots though, gonna fall as well. Chico guys take it out, but it's a 1-for-3 trade. And now TODAK knocking on the door of ONIC Esports.
Oh. This is getting very sweaty already. One inhibitor has fallen. I was expecting maybe a second one here, but ONIC, they've got to be really careful here. They have to stop this bleeding now.
That bottom lane inhibitor push is a leaking roof. That is permanent damage. Again, we were just talking about how Momo and Yumsi can go wherever they want. This makes it worse. You constantly have to send someone to clear that wave down bottom, or else you suffer a possible split push win.
Oh boy, but once again, this contestation point, these high intensity areas, purple buff, Lord right now, and I'm guessing that TODAK wants even more. They're gonna start going for the orange.
I wonder if, like, how many purple buffs Kairi has actually been managed to get this game.
That's actually a really good point.
I don't know if that's the first one, maybe it's the second, but he hasn't had many opportunities to take it. So finally, but still, even 12 minutes in the game, you can see how much pressure is being put there on that crucial buff here for ONIC Esports.
For sure. And I think, let's keep in mind, let's have a look at the replay one more time for that fight, because even though ONIC looked like they had the initial upper hand, it turned around so quickly once Momo got into the fight.
Very key. Watch where Chico guys is and how many heroes from ONIC he had on him before he eventually died. But do the math, folks. Do the math. 1-for-3. Take that trade any day.
Any day for sure. But TODAK, with a 5.5k lead here, it's only going to be fruitful for... Whoa! Yo, where did half of his life go?
I mean, he is 5-2-2. He has high and dry.
Correct.
Right?
And then Rival was alone, so it makes sense.
But like, Rival's got like 10k on Kairi, who's like 3k down, and
he's
you
also
know
2
what?
levels ahead of him.
Yeah, you're 2 levels ahead. I would imagine you would do like a quarter at the very least.
Could be the items, and again, I didn't see where Kairi came from. He was going at full speed, but could also be a factor as to how much damage he was dealing.
Oh boy. All right.
And these Lings, they don't build any defense items at all.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. That is a good point.
Just pop him, glass cannon.
Well, let's see whether the glass cannon is going to be enough for this interaction.
Yet again, purple buff going to be choked out here. ONIC Esports still fighting for it, but it's going to ultimately be taken away. Momo and Yumski doing exactly what we painted the picture here.
Yeah.
Keyboy, though, waiting patiently, because now that the Lord is up, this could be a crucial pickoff if Keyboy can find it, as he waits patiently in that bush for now, but TODAK not even going to enter that area.
Oh my goodness, is somebody going to check it?
Can he get hit? Rival's going to be gets the Tempest Blades out, and now Keyboy's going to be the one punished
You're
here.
kidding.
What a play coming out from Rival.
You're kidding. That didn't one-shot him. What's going on? He had everything, even Magic Worship. He played it perfectly.
At this point, Keyboy hasn't really farmed up, couldn't stay in the lane, get the EXP, get the gold that he needed. He just could not. And you're looking at Rival who's at level 15, level 14. Keyboy's at 11. Just the base stat growth just made the difference.
It really did. And I mean, right now at the 42k mark, they are clearly at an item power spike against ONIC, who's at 37. They just need a little bit more time to catch up. But with this Luminous Lord, I don't know. We're expecting to see at least another inhibitor turn, or at the very least, a 5v5 fight.
Yeah, I think, as this Lord marches down on the bottom side, ONIC Esports is still, even with this defense, they're going to have their work cut out for them because what you're seeing is just engage after engage. And Keyboy, I mean, look how tanky Yusuke is. He's going to get dragged with the Stampede here behind enemy lines, but should be able to bob and weave out of there. They do lose that mid turret, though. They're not even going to wait for the Lord here as TODAK is into the base of ONIC Esports. Lord has made his way to the base. They lose that mid lane, and now they're going to lose more resources here, but Momo doing exactly what he needs to do. Kairi trying to poke down anybody that he can. Lord should go down shortly. They might look to end it here. It's still hitting the base. Tempest of Blade's going to be popped. Yumski, though, quite low. And for now, ONIC Esports able to hold on.
World-class defense coming up from ONIC Esports. Incredible!
Oh, run, Moon, run! And what a clapback. 3 for 2, and ONIC is still breathing. So exactly how did that happen? All right, first up, I think Boots got a solid taunt and put down the members of TODAK to a very acceptable level for Kairi to clean up. Plus the pulls from Sans, who actually is doing great. I'd like to see what Sans is building here. Again, the replay coming up in just a couple seconds here. They were underneath the crystal, so best believe there was a lot of free turret hits, right? So here, look, watch Boots, watch Boots.
Oh!
See? Got her Appraisal's Wrath.
You're right. The Appraisal's Wrath really making the difference, chunking out a lot of the members. But even prior to this, the fact that they were pulling the Lord's attention to minimize its damage on the crystal, making all the difference.
That was key.
Oh, they're still going to be going for it. It's CW, though, that falls here to Yumski. Now Rival on the hunt for Sans. Can he grab the kill? Gets the Cold Bolter down. Tempest of Blade's going to be popped here, and it's Shiku, guys. Taking out Kairi. Going to flicker in and gets Keyboy as well. TODAK is looking to end the game here in a huge match for ONIC Esports. And now they're going to wait for that wave to come in. Rear world manipulation going to come down. Boots trying to do his best to stall out. But now the wave's going to be charging in. TODAK looking to end the game. Rival focusing on the crystal, and that's it. TODAK takes the game against ONIC Esports.
Now we have